Hello everybody, and welcome back to Creative. We're just going to pick right up here, and I have a bit of a different project today. It's definitely not going to be done in an hour, but the part of it that I'm thinking of doing is going to try to be done in an hour. But this is going to be a redstone project. So I'm going to go off into the desert in this direction. Oh, and by the way, this is upgraded to 1.6.2, so just keeping up to date with the versions of Minecraft. So hopefully bugs won't get me. But I have a redstone project in mind. Let me clear out my inventory as is usual for starting a new project. They can happily sit over in that direction. And I'm going to just flatten this area out. I'm not going to count this as part of the time. What I'm looking to do is going to be test creating something for the Muckin About server. I'm going to make a world clock. Hopefully. Now one of the major problems with a clock of this nature is going to be when the world loads and unloads. So my thought is that it will just reset based upon the time of day. So is my hope, at least. I've been watching through Etho's videos, and it was his timer for... Oops, let me get some wool. Oh, it is 10:42 p.m. Go. So it was his timer that... Oops, redstone... for an exceptionally long time, for his old spider farm or something like that, that caught my attention as something that I could use to do a very extended time. And I'm going to try and hook up some audio to this, so it will play like chimes and stuff like that. Using new hoppers to do some counting. I'm thinking it's going to be pretty fun. What am I looking for? No. Yes, plates. There we go. Let me get a full stack of them. Glass. So this might look familiar to a lot of people who have seen his videos. Dispenser. And it relies on the dispenser and the 5-minute despawn time. So let me... I don't know, that music's a little bit loud to me. Maybe it's not for you guys. But this is a build that I won't be too rushed in. I've got more than enough to do. And it's fairly simple. I'm just putting together a 5-minute timer here. With offset and front paneling for viewing safety. And that'll do it. This just now needs a stack of items. No, look. Stack of TNT. Why not? But we're actually going to be putting 3 of these together. This will give us a 15-minute timer. Oh, alright. Start your counts. Weather clear. So this will give us a 15-minute timer with 3 of these in a row, which is very handy, actually. Actually, I do need that there, don't I? And that right there. One more torch. That guy up top. Oh no, I don't really... Oh yeah, I do need that guy up top. Let me finish the backing. And I've been working on trying to come up with an idea for how I can do like reloading this thing, because I'm thinking of putting the redstone down pretty deep underground. Why are they clicking? They should not be clicking. Anyways, not all that worried about it. There's 16 for you. That should be enough for most testing. 16 for you. And we'll be picking up what we don't use. Let's just get a seeable button down here. So, basic... son of a bitch. Alright, I did not know dispensed dynamite blows up. Damn it. And I know you're trying your hardest not to laugh right now, Dragon. Or you probably are laughing, but you're not going to turn on your microphone.
Never.
Yeah, huh. Nya, fricka, I'm filling in the goddamn desert. Alright, one of the special considerations for this creative episode are going to be destroying what I've created. Well, thank goodness it is creative. That would have been rather annoying to have figured out at the wrong time, at a later point in time. I'll use what I used earlier, just so I know. And when I say earlier, what I did earlier was try to solve one of Etho's designs. I thought maybe I could improve it a little bit, but you know what? That didn't really work out, did it? So I ended up just building this little timer, and that's what gave me the idea for setting up a clock. Get out of there, TNT. We do not need you. Why do I have TNT in my inventory? That is actually a really good question. What was I doing with TNT? Oh, I was blowing up that bridge. That's right. The last episode, the little tunnel towards the water, I blew that up. Alright. Well, that's basically how it works, was right there. So, and this would be all enclosed and such in a future point in time, but I need to be able to pick the items up right now, so let's get a button again, and I'll show you the basics of how this works. So, you start it. When you want to start it, you activate this block. It's going to spit out an item. It'll sit on the plate, and that's 5 minutes. When the item is destroyed, it'll cycle itself down in 5 minutes. Assume that that was it. That will power the next dispenser, which gives us another 5 minutes. And you can just keep linking these things together all the way down the line for a timer of 5 minutes each. And if we put our torches up on the side there like that, we get a very nice inverted signal. Is that while this strip of redstone is lit, then the timer is active. So when it goes off, redstone. When it goes off, we know 15 minutes have passed. So that's how we're going to do our basic timing strategy here. And this is to keep it from flickering every 5 minutes. And this is the part I was trying to see if I could actually do a little bit better, a little bit different. Before I even got to here, I was thinking of just putting the repeaters in the middle here, because they only need to be long enough for a click signal to pass on through. But it turned out that that was not the case. So you'll see... Oh, actually, let me make this a little bit easier. That is why I brought these things. So we got that. Okay. So when that is lit... Oh, seriously? There's two thunderstorms, believe it or not. 2 thunderstorms. Okay, so I take that up. The redstone flickers off, but the repeaters on the right-hand side are set to a long enough delay to let the next one kick in and shoot down the straight and narrow here. So let me pick that up. See? And one final. Oh, that's the last one, so that one actually won't show it to you. But down, they all light up. I take it out. The right-hand side just barely almost burns down. I've actually considered, maybe extending this one more. Maybe 4 would be a better safety, because I do need to make sure that these stay on. But this has the added side effect of disconnecting from that block there. So, just something to note. No, that doesn't power it. So I would need to do that. And then that. Reconnecting the wire and then giving it a direction. So after every cycle one of these, this is 15 minutes, and the way the clock that I'm thinking of replicating worked is every 15 minutes it would do a little chime. So this is going to be my chime. Let me grab this. Did that actually... It made a noise, didn't it? If it makes a noise, that means that the redstone flickered. Alright, so we should not hear anything. We didn't. We didn't. Alright, maybe that one was just a little too close. That should turn it off. Alright, it's working now. I'm assuming I just had that repeater on the end here was a little too short. It was able to make it around? I don't know. Maybe just because it hadn't sounded, it was a block update? It was probably a block update. Since I just put it down, it hadn't sounded, it got a little block update, saw the redstone, and updated itself. Very nice. Okay, so my awesome and classic design was not suddenly wasted. So let's grab one of those again. What we'll want to do is, we're going to want to do a lot of things off of this little signal here. This is going to flick off and then back on every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes. What we'll want to do is count up a clock off of it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. If I get rid of that, let's move this over. Put that back. Let's just start our signal strength from here. We'll count 15 off of this. So for 3 separate directions, because we're going to want to do a couple of things here. The first thing that we're going to want to do is send the signal back to the start, so that it will constantly loop itself around whenever it's done. And what it needs to do is power that block right there. Invertedly, of course. So if we put a block here, well, I was just gonna torch underneath, but I guess I need a wider angle to turn that on. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. How was that even doing that? There's like no signal here. Oh, the pressure plate's turning on the wire, I believe. Maybe? Let's get some more glowstone in there. Alright, that is not the way to do it. I'm thinking that redstone dot messed something up. Alright, you still got enough in there. I mean, I know enough to invert a signal like this. It also extends the length of the signal. So this one is still going. We will take that off. And then take that off. The signal should die. And then it starts all over again. Perfect. We now have a never-ending cycle of repeaters doing this. So this is something I need to look at. I haven't actually tried a dropper before. I'm pretty sure it only shoots things downwards. See if it has the same basic setup. Do we do that? The flock? Does it really make them hop up and go over one block? Yeah. No, I already don't like the dropper just because of that. If it's going to drop something, it should be able to be a valid target to drop it straight down. Right? Let's put you in there. You get a little more there. Huh. If I'd built this fast enough, I could have actually used this thing to time my episode. Okay. Yeah, sorry about it. So not pretty yet. Pretty comes later. First we want to get logic and functionality down. The next thing that we want to do, we know over here we want the note block. So this is actually going to represent just a whole bunch of note blocks. It will start playing the song from there. Just bling bling. Let me see it. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Bong. That would be 1 o'clock. Each one of the little segments of it is is quarter after, 30 after, quarter of, and then on the hour. What it does is it adds together those. So at quarter after you'll just hear the first part. At 30 after you hear the first and second, and then first, second, third, fourth, and then it will actually have the gong for the hour that it is. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to the hour, but that is what the third counter or the third pathway would be for. Would be okay, block update. We remember that from last time. Is if I have, let's say we have a hopper. Say we have a dispenser. I'm gonna need some redstone, so why did I just get rid of it all? So if we have a hopper that can shoot into a dispenser, we encase said hopper There's the third storm. So we encase said hopper. And by the way, I actually think I am doing my redstoning on top of wool or something like that. Something that's very clearly not supposed to be where I've found it. Just so if I'm mining around, there's no real mystery as to what has happened. So for now, I'm actually going to disable, or no, I suppose I can leave that enabled. And we'll put a little button there. Nope, that's why I need to disable it. That'll just be our simulator. So the hopper can count. What I need to do is figure out how to use the hopper to do actual binary counting, or just any sort of counting, so I can tell what hour it is. Or actually, I'll also need a three-way counter from 1 to 4. So that's probably what we will do first, is from this end. I put it that way. So the one thing I don't like about hoppers is I can't hop upwards. I suppose that's a contingency of it all. So assuming it comes this way, I want to say it's the comparator, which is a new piece of redstone that we got recently. I'll have to disconnect you for now too for testing. Ah, yes. But I want to say it's the comparator, this thingy that you can use to do counting is something about evens and odds based upon the inventory of an object. The problem is I do not know how to do it. So we are going to go on a little bit of a journey here. Let's get this all set up. Whoa. Actually, I'll use glass around here just so I can see everything. I'm going to need a dispenser again. Nope, that's not possible, eh? Figured that would work. We'll replace that. We'll get that there. And let's see if our signals get crossed, so to speak. So I have no idea the directions and such that this is supposed to be doing anything in. Nope, that didn't do anything. Pretty sure there's 4 objects in there now. Okay. Oy, there are a lot of counters apparently. A lot of these designs rely on 1-tick pulses for the input. In 1.5, the basic torch-based pulse limiter can't create a 1-tick pulse, so use a piston-based design to be safe. That sounds way beyond anything I know. Maybe I just have this going the wrong direction. Oh, well, that lit up. I take that out. Does it unlight? And there's some more thunder. 4th time. It has been 42 to... so it's been 23 minutes. Oh, this is not the way I was thinking of doing it from the image I just got off of the forums. I don't know if I like it. Thought there was a way, or is it just... Okay, so the image I'm looking at is not using these. It's using that. And that, but it's changed these to be the other format, and I don't remember how to do that. I did it the other day. Of course, the other day was a couple of months ago now. Certainly does give you a nice little nothing. As far as I can tell, this just lights everything up and then everything off. Oh. Those are all the wrong direction. Aha! That looks like what we're looking for. And now we got 3 on, and 4 on, 5 on. Oh, is there no reset? It's not uncounting, so it only counts up. What would you have to do? That. That would get it to turn off. I'd much rather try and figure out how to use the redstone with the hopper, though, because I think that that's also going to have some implications down the road of neat things to be able to do. So, Minecraft redstone hopper. Behavior, testing with comparators. If a hopper is the input to a redstone comparator, the comparator will output a redstone signal whenever there are any items stored inside the hopper. An empty hopper will produce an output of 0. A single item produces an output power of at least 1. And the power level will increase depending on how you fill the 5 stacks to the maximum of 15 at 5 full stacks. Wow. 5 full stacks. That's a little bit more than I was bargaining on. I don't know. I mean, we got the setup right here. So comparator is what I want, but I think I want it from this angle. Yeah, look at that. So let's push the button. 1. Seriously? How many items? Okay, it is updating the redstone signal when I'm adjusting these items by hand. So a full stack gets me a count of 3. Or 48 gets me a count of 3. Nope. 47? 46? 46 items gets me a count of 3. That's a little bit more than I was hoping for. Oh, do non-stackable items count as a full stack? Let's give that a try. Diamond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Whoa. That actually is a lot better, though. Something that gives me a measurable change for a single item is usable, because it just means I have to put my signals 5 times clearing the weather. 5 freaking times! That would be the end right there, so I just need that. Can hang this off the back. Now if I take that out, that turns on. So this would be our next end signal point. Oops. Or no. This would be our next end signal point. We've got that up there and that over there. We have a torch there. Take that out. So this would be our next end signal point. No. Needs to be a NOT gate. Nope. Needs to not power the redstone itself. Put another one here. Can I do that to all these? Just for... no. Oh. Really? That one over here works because... why? Alright, not gonna worry about it. Because we don't need this many items. So there's 0, 1, whoa, this place is hollow. Wondering now how much else of this is hollow. Okay, so we would use a repeater, I believe. Let me snag one of them. I think that makes this 2. And these are much, much easier to see than these stupid torches I was using. Yep. So if this goes in a straight line, let's get number 3 in there. So 1 dong, 2 dong, 3 dong. Or ding dong. Let's move it over to be this directional. So at midnight we get the full chorus. That would be everything here lit up. So if whatever powers here is also going to power another one, I would only need to count to 3. But I need to use non-stackable items. Non-stackables. And not just like 5 different items. Like, that's not going to do it. That didn't extend the power rating at all. It needs to be actual, like, iron or doors. Yep, doors did it.
What about tools?
Yeah, just anything that doesn't stack would seem to do it, but it actually has to be, yeah, just anything that doesn't stack I think counts as a full stack. There we have our basic counter. So I would definitely need a way to fill this sucker up with, 3, 4, because dispensers can't hold that much. Even if I put that up there, and this is actually where, oh, you know what, that would kind of be cheating, but it might be worth it. Wish I could get a whole bunch of these instead of doing this one at a time. Okay, that's filled. That's filled. Are you sure? Next one I put in here, you better stay. Good. So, I mean, I could buffer them like this. That would give me a bit of a buffer. Another option I would have on the mucking server would be to use an ender chest instead of the double chest. That might help me just fill it from a remote location. That would be handy, I have to admit. I was actually thinking of using minecarts and such to do that. Oh, but we have used up 40 minutes. Well, -2. And there's another clear weather pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're up to 6 in 40 minutes. 6 thunderstorms. What is up with this game? So I'm assuming this has actually been cycling through, but it's not been powering anything. The other question is how do I end up emptying this out? And how do I keep this fairly compact? Didn't I hit a button over here? There we go. What? Oh, it's already on from that. Technically, this one will only get turned on as well when there is enough to light it. So 1, 2, and this one would be 3. Alright, let's do this one more time. How far does this one have to go? Or how far? Whoa. What? Oh. It just worked. It just recycled itself. But that means that there's an extra item in here now, isn't there? Yep. Let's take these back out. Put them back up in here. Not full. Is full. So a powered dispenser cannot get an item from a hopper. That is good to know. Two, 3, and 4. No. That's 3 and 4 on the same damn thing. That would be 4. And then I think, oh, seriously. No. Stupid loose sand. So I think that's going to empty it out immediately. But is there a way to power this with, say, that? Will a powered hopper let go of... Ah! Okay, a powered hopper cannot take an item. Oh, I was kind of hoping on that being the other way around, as the powered hopper would not release an item. I could power the hopper below this one, I guess. Let's get those guys back. Back into your chest. So if we put another hopper... Yeah, we put a chest down there. Put another hopper down here. We drop this redstone down one. So we got that there. No. We'll put that block back. From there down to that block. We invert it. We hit the button. The hopper takes a single item and passes it to the powered hopper. What the hell's going on? Inconsistency! Inconsistency! Yeah. Draw. Goes in, goes out. So it seems to be... a hopper can stick an item into a hopper. No, seriously? That is unpowered, and then they'll stay there. 3, then we get 4. Did it only... it only did the one. The power went off immediately. I will need to have a kind of delay circuitry here, which I am fairly certain I know how to make. So we have that there. We have a torch here. We have the redstone come down. Oops, I actually needed to leave that one block there, didn't I? We have the redstone come down. Ja. Down. Repeater. There's storm number 7. This is just going to be a little bit too cramped here. If I put the power down there, in theory that should be the same distance. We then take the redstone down to there. Not from you. Don't even know if you are going to do anything right there. Needs to reconnect back in there. So we get that, we get that. We extend these all the way. Redstone that. Let's just see what this does. I think it's just, right now my design is a little bit messed up just because of the cramped space I'm trying to do this in. So I really shouldn't be doing it in that cramped space. So, we put one out, it sucks it in, it goes in, put out another one, we get the second one lit up, there's a third, does not light up Mr. Number 4, there's the fourth. And that did it, but it's broken because of a feedback loop there. So this does need to have a repeater just to stop it from coming back. And that's the part that I think is screwed up, is I think I really need this to connect here. And I need a repeater there. This one needs to be flipped around, set all the way up. That'll be a better test for delay. And technically, if these are the exact same ender chest, this cycle will never end. That would be spectacular. 1, 2, 3, 4, and clean. Perfect. That worked perfectly. That might even be a little too long, but I don't think it really matters. Key point is that we have a straight line of power going straight down, so it will turn off that signal as soon as it starts. Let's just test this one more time. Make sure I'm not going insane. I did get a little bit of a flicker in there, didn't I? Just a little bit. So if we move this down, which should not be a problem, we can just add in another cycle like this. Here's an extra repeater, there and there. This one goes that way now. Increase the times on all of these. Connect it with another little piece there. And stop the loop back. And by now I think we do need to refill this. You will mess things up. No, it's not attached. Huh, like I heard the rest of the clock system just cycle on through. Okay, so 1, 2. Do you know what? Can I put a button on the other side of this block here? Yes, I can. Okay. There's 3. And here's 4. System's powered up. And powered down. And we can't click the chest from that side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I think we have a basic counter with no moving parts. Just a redstone signal that's going to jump on and off. Items that are going to flop around. And then a nice cleaning cycle. There's a little bit of a delay. It actually flickered on and off twice. It does seem to be cleaning itself properly. Ooh. What am I doing wrong? Do I need to undo that one? Is it just the ends that need to be fast? Had a bit of a flicker again. I think it's because of the initial time to get around this one. But if I just take it out, then it's not going to matter. Could buddy up, I suppose. Something like that would not work. Well, that worked, but that made this a little bit more complicated. Means I could probably go back to full time on these. Let me restock some items here. Alright, 6 minutes to go, and I need to redo this landscape, so we are just about out of time. But I do think we have our basic components here, aside from me having to figure out how to do musical notes. Yeah. Still was a flicker. Yeah, I think these are just needed to not do the feedback, so they should be really fast. They're not part of the delay, it's the outside that's really part of the delay. Alright, I'm satisfied. So guys, now we need to clean this up. So I'm thinking, yeah, let's have some fun. Do, 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 do. Okay, so now that we've cleaned this up, the real thing that we're building this time around is going to be a little lake. And we have an ample supply of open area right here. Isn't this nice? This will be what I leave in the world file. I hope you guys are not going to be too disappointed. We will see the other redstone stuff make a return in the Muckin About series. But I don't want it in this test world. I just thought it would make a unique episode for this particular series. So I could puzzle through a couple of things, you guys could laugh at me, but it's not really the main focus of this particular episode, this particular series. It's not something I have to live with in this series either. Alright, so we got all this. Let's do all that. Don't have to be that careful with the water this time. Not exactly like filling up the lake on the mucking server. What am I missing over here that it doesn't like going down this area? Is it just that it doesn't have a source to connect to? Really? Oh, there's storm number 8. Signifying the 2-minute mark, or 2-minute remaining mark. Oh, oy vey. We're almost there. I kind of expected, yeah, that to happen. Haha, 60 seconds to spare, guys. Oh, oh. There we go. We now have our lake. We will definitely be contouring this a little bit something better. But I hope this was an interesting episode. I hope that you don't think that this was a waste of time. Oh god, no! 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 There we go. We still did it. My clock still says... Oh, now it says 11:42. Okay, so I think we just got under the buzzer. This will be something to build... 9, seriously? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, maybe I just didn't turn it off the 8th time. But this will be something to build around, something to expand the town around and such. So a little bit of a different episode. Learned a little bit about redstone. Saw a basic 5-minute clock and then linked them in series. Saw how to stop the clock from pulsing a signal. And learned the basics of counting using hoppers. That'll be made a lot easier on the Muckin About server with the ender chests, so I can just constantly have those items cycling through. It will be very, very nice. I think that's basically all we need to do to get that clock. What we will need to figure out is how to synchronize it with the time of day to kind of get it to reset its count. That'll be another fun project, but I'll actually do that on the Muckin server since I now got like the basic components. Heck, I might not even have to do it. Maybe it's just, it'll be a good little timer for when I log onto the server and it'll start ringing every 15 minutes. So guys, I'm not going to make this version of the map publicly available. It's just a lake. When we come back and build something else, it will definitely be available. Feel free to stop watching the episode now. This is going to be a little bit of a tidy up. I actually really like the suggestion of going with the iron bars. Oops. Fine. Instead of the netherrack in here for the contrast. So I am just going to do the tidy up for this here, and I'll actually record it. That's why, a little bit of a bonus part of this episode. I can't really put any in there, but I don't think I need any in there. And I might even put a little bit of a rounded, just to get this a little bit more depth to it. This one would actually go all the way down on this side. Oh, I didn't notice that last time. Those are only on the outside. Well, it does kind of work for it, though. And break, 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 break. Or place. And I think that's enough for this. We don't want to go too far out. Maybe just a little grate over the fire here. We don't want to make this too common, otherwise it loses its ability to do the accents. So just in the corners, just in the edges. Whoa, really? Why? Oh no, it didn't attach on this side either. Just like that. Okay, I can handle that. Nope, that looks ugly. That looks lame. So there we go. There's a little touch up on this. Get a little bit of silver. Thank you, River, and I believe... Yeah, one other person. Let me get your name real quick. Both commented on this as being a pretty neat way to do the accents with the silver instead of the redstone there. And need to get my upload list. Go figure. And pause. Good. Don't need to hear me. Oh, my apologies. Yeah, I guess it was just River who had mentioned this. So, thank you, River. And I believe that this is now going to end the episode. We have a little bit more of a color contrast to deal with for the necromantic dungeon. I'm almost thinking, well, I shouldn't. I should stop. This is where I started getting into trouble and I start pre-planning. I'm just going to leave this as is right here. So thank you guys for watching. Once again, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did enjoy the redstoning stuff, please give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. I will include other brainstorming, technical things like that to try to figure out how to do some neat things with some redstone. But I am looking to put a good deal of assisted mobility, I guess would be the best way to explain it in Muckin About. Elevators, pretty much. Ways up and down pretty quickly. I'm sick of having to take it so long to get me into my base and things. So you can expect to see a lot of those things being tested out on this server, if you guys like it. If you guys don't like it, I won't waste your time. I won't waste my time. I'll just, putz around offline, and you'll just end up seeing it in Muckin. So let me know. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.